Over the police handling of an illegal rave in Suffolk. 1,500 people attended the event in a field at Ramsholt near Woodbridge over the bank holiday. In all, 10 people have been arrested after police broke up the event late yesterday afternoon. Today, though, questions are being asked about why they waited 2 days before moving in. Well, Malcolm Robertson is in Ramsholt and joins us from there live now. Malcolm, over to you.
Well, Kevin, Ramsholt, as you can see, is a very quiet, peaceful location. In the distance there, the beautiful Deben estuary, some 200 or 300 yards from here. It really is an idyllic location, and the only sound you can hear at the moment, Kevin, is actually birds singing. What a contrast to the weekend when you had up to 1,500 people attending an illegal rave in the village. They were camped in a field about half a mile from here. It began on Saturday night, and there were numerous complaints from local residents about the noise and the disturbance, and that rave only ended yesterday afternoon when about 60 police officers wearing riot gear went onto the field and broke it up. Sasha Williams has the news of the weekend's developments.
11 o'clock Sunday morning and the party at Ramsholt was in full swing. Ravers had set up camp at 10:30 the previous night and rigged up their powerful sound system. It continued through the night and well into Sunday. Police did try and stop cars getting onto the site, but they were outnumbered. This was not the peaceful bank holiday people living nearby had been hoping for.
Kept us awake most of the night. Every couple of hours it would get louder, and then it would slow down, and then it would get back noisy again. Outrageous, really.
I think maybe the police should have quietened the noise a little bit by now. And again, if we'd had a flyer to let us know last night, it would have been more sensitive, I think, to the locals' needs.
Later on Sunday night, police confiscated one of the 2 sound systems, but when they tried to disable the second, they say they were surrounded and even threatened. So the officers retreated and the party went on. Yesterday we spoke to dozens of the ravers, some of them as young as 6 or 7. They said they were just having a good time and weren't causing any harm.
Basically, we were only here for the remainder of 4 or 5 days.
We're going to clean up after
ourselves. The land's going to be stay as it is. We're not out robbing people and
we're just here to
committing
enjoy our
crimes. We're here
weekends.
to enjoy our weekends like any other normal person would on the weekend.
Yeah.
I can understand that if you can hear the noise where you live, it might be a bit of an issue. But at the end of the day, it is a August bank holiday weekend. At the same time, Reading Festival is going on, and that's just one of them, but there are many others. And there's bound to be noise anyway, isn't there?
Over the next couple of hours, many of the ravers did start to pack up and go home. Police told the remainder they must leave or they'd be forcefully removed. Just before 4:30, they proved it was not an idle threat.
Get on the pickup truck, mate.
The police have been here for about 15 minutes now. There must be about 70 officers. There's the dog unit, there's a helicopter overhead. The ravers are still adamant they won't be moved. The standoff lasted another hour and a half. At times, scuffles broke out, both ravers and police claiming they'd been attacked. But eventually, at 6:30 yesterday evening, the ravers conceded defeat. 48 hours after it had started, the party was finally over. Sasha Williams, Anglia News.
Well, back now live to Malcolm Robertson. Malcolm, how has the landowner reacted to the weekend's events, and indeed, what have the police had to say?
Well, the landowner was fairly annoyed. He did say to me today that, in fact, the ravers had attempted to clear up the site, but of course they didn't clear away the material. He and his staff had to do that. He did wonder whether in future it might be worth exploring legislation that makes illegal raves legal, so perhaps the organisers of these events might liaise with local farmers or landowners, and those landowners and farmers would organise the event, police the event, and would be responsible for putting in facilities. As for the police, well, they've come under fire from all sides. On the one hand, they were criticised for not being proactive enough on Saturday and Sunday, and then being too heavy-handed yesterday. This was their response this morning.
It's a very fine line, really, to walk. There were a large number of young people there, darkness coming on. We were certainly concerned about officer safety, but also safety of those young people. If you start putting vehicles onto the site and officers in protective clothing, this sort of thing, I think we would have been inviting the opportunity for injuries and things like that. Hence, we monitored the situation overnight, carried on with our negotiations, and then yesterday morning we planned and prepared, brought together the necessary resources to go onto the site, and at the end of the day, there was a massive public complaint, quite understandably, about the noise levels, and the time had come to take some really positive action, and that is indeed what we did yesterday afternoon.
Well, the police say their investigations are continuing. One person has been charged with a drink driving offence, and today 9 other people are still in custody. Kevin.
Malcolm, for that, thank you very much indeed. Other news.